Hi, I'm here with Evan Vokes, the Transcanada pipeline whistleblower, who exposed the non-compliance of that organisation with standards. So, Evan, congratulations on your award. How does it feel?
Thank you. Well, it's good to be recognized after such a horrible experience.
Right. Yeah. Tell me about what was the hardest thing for you in this. Well, tell me a little bit about your story.
Well, I'll tell you very quickly. The hardest thing was doing the right thing, approaching the right people, and then having them turn on you. That, in particular, at the corporate level.
Right.
It never took care of the shareholders. It never took care of the public. Our duty to care was shattered. That really was hard on me.
Right, understand, yeah. And how about you, Lorinda? This must have been a pretty tough experience for you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. When Evan first started coming home with this, you're not sure, right? Is it that big a deal? And he kept coming home with these stories and stuff. And like, the original thing was, are you sure they're doing this? Because it's incomprehensible to think that a corporation could do something like that that could face huge liabilities for doing something as big as a pipeline wrong and having it blow up in the wrong place and kill people. And you're thinking, are they really doing this? These are supposed to be competent people, and then you think, are they incompetent or are they liars? And then you reach the conclusion that they're both.
Right, yeah. Understand. Now, Evan, I'm an engineer as well, and the thing about engineers is, like you said, you can't argue with Mother Nature, and so you can't lie about whether the bridge stood up or the building stood up. So, tell me how you look at this whole issue from the point of view of being an engineer.
Well, define what you mean by the whole issue first.
Well, what would you say to other engineers around the country?
They have a duty of care.
Yeah.
And the Code of Ethics is very, very clear. The duty of care says you take care of the public before you take care of who you work for. Right. And you take care of yourself last. Right. And that's our calling.
Yeah. Now you went through the ring ceremony and you heard the Kipling poem about Martha's children, and you held the chains and all that, right? Oh yeah, okay. And I think Lorinda told me that you took off the ring.
Yes, I took off the ring in June of 2011. I was ashamed by what we were doing. This is right after I went and met the director of major projects and went and told him that I basically threw the challenge down at that point in time. So I took the ring off. I was just ashamed of what we had done.
Are you going to put it on again at some point?
Yes, I will at some point, but it will have to get better for sure.
That will be a symbolic moment.
It certainly will. Okay. It certainly will. Yeah, see, no ring, right? So it's amazing, actually, Yeah, most engineers wouldn't give that up for anything, they feel it's the only important ring they got, right? So, yeah, pretty bad.
What advice do you have for other people out there who may be in a similar situation to you?
Yeah, make sure that you take care of the duty of care to your employer. Make sure that you raise it the correct way. It's probably a good idea to make sure that you document things every once in a while if you know that something's really wrong, because certainly when ethics fails, you'll pay the price.
Right, understand. Okay. And what advice do you have, Lorinda, for anyone who happens to be hooked up with someone who looks like they might do something like this?
You have to make sure you have your own identity and do your own thing. You have to, at the same time, be supportive, but distance yourself in a way, because the more emotionally involved you are, you actually affect the other person because you are biased, right? And you don't want to affect their decisions because it is an individual decision in a way to do this, but yet it affects the couple. You just have to be really strong and have your own identity, know who you are, and be supportive, but at the same time, and also have your own opinions. Say, I don't think that's right. You can't say that, or you can't, and talk about it and come to some sort of compromise. Be involved, but yet do your own thing.
Okay, well, I want to congratulate you both, and there's a lot of people out there rooting for you, a lot of engineers and a lot of other professions as well want to see this come out right. So congratulations again on the award, and good luck with your project.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for the support.